Hello there. The EU exit voted for in 2016 has had noticeable consequences for Great Britain since the beginning of 2021. British households also suffered the losses. According to a central bank advisor, British households have lost an average of around £1,000 as a result of Brexit. We had a big boom of investment between 2012 and 2016, said economist Jonathan Haskell in an interview published by the Overshoot newsletter. But then investment has stagnated since 2016 and we have fallen behind the other G7 countries, he said. The stagnation has lost around £29 billion compared to the previous course, said Haskell, who sits as an external member on the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of England and is a professor at London's Imperial College. These productivity losses currently amount to around 1.3% of total economic output, or those £29 billion a year. In December 22, industrial production in Great Britain fell by a seasonally adjusted 4% compared to the same month last year and rose by around 0.3% compared to the previous month, but that doesn't say so much. And the statistics show the change in industrial production in Great Britain from December 21 to December 22. Great Britain voted to leave the EU in 2016 and formally left the Union at the end of January 2020. The consequences have only been noticeable since the beginning of 2021, after the end of a transition phase. Despite a trade pact with the EU, trade barriers have increased, and hope for trade agreements with the United States, for example, did not materialize and were a long way off and still are. And some people are still, when I'm talking about some things like the whiskey sales, and then they're saying, so this is a Brexit benefit that they are selling more in Asia now. No, it was with countries that don't have new deals with the UK. So it didn't matter when they were part of the EU, it would have been easier for them to sell to those areas, especially with some agreements the EU has. But that is not a Brexit benefit that the growth in the EU is now lower than anywhere else. If they would still be in the EU, the growth there would have been much bigger. Think about that. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.